Okay, this is episode number 9, week number 9 of 26. We are into the third month of the year. Of course, this session was supposed to happen on 28th of Feb, the last day of the second month. But again, because of a family gathering, it is happening a day late, as I had notified earlier also. So better late than never. We at least are maintaining the continuity every week. At least I'll try that to maintain the same in the next 17 weeks or so, which are remaining after that. So, of course, big thanks is due to Lord Almighty, who's given me much more than what I deserve. This is the first and paramount thanks, which I always give in my presentation. This is my brief CV. You all are aware of it by now. So, today's topic is thinking outside the box. So, you will say, what exactly is the topic related to practice management? We all actually want to grow in life. We want to grow in practice. We want to achieve those things which are, you can say, beyond the imaginable. So the primary thing for that is thinking outside the box. Of course, you may have a perfect skill set. You may be 10 on 10 in so many matters, but still thinking outside the box is a paramount for everyone to have it. And what is that decides the phenomenon of thinking outside the box? Primarily for me, you can say the cheapest or the least expensive option is the me time, spending time with yourself. This is the time which actually is an inward journey, which gives us the passage to think beyond the things which have not been in our control and which have been eluding us since the petty, you can say, many attempts later as well. So true effectiveness, as the habit book written by the book of 7 habits written by Stephen Covey, it tells true effectiveness is a function of two things: what is produced and the producing asset or capacity to produce. So you may have a great skill set, you may be working well, you may be doing things as you can the best way, but the producing asset or the capacity has to be churned out, has to be, you can say, lubricated, has to be sharpened. The seventh habit says sharpening the saw. So you need to actually sharpen the saw every now and then. And for sharpening the saw, you need to know right that which edge, which area is to be sharpened. You can't keep on sharpening the saw each and every. There might be certain areas which might be needing more of sharpening. Some would need lesser of sharpening. So we all strive for a me time. And according to me, as I said, sharpening the saw or your other things, the best way is to have an inward journey, have a talk with yourself, a me time. Everyone of us strives, you all strive for a me time. काश मुझे time मिला होता, काश मुझे एनालाइज करने का टाइम मिलता, काश मुझे सोचने का टाइम मिलता, काश मैं इस चीज को थोड़ा और बेटर प्लान कर सकता. That journey sometimes is very unfathomable, and we do not know actually where it is going. And trust me, if you want to grow in your practice, in your life, in your any of the sojourn that you're doing, a me time is a must in your life. And trust me, it has to be done like a religious thing. You go to a mandir, gurdwara, a mosque, or a church every week, every day, or every month, whatever you can say you have set the bar for yourself. Make sure that you do a me time at least once every week, if not every day. If you have a good memory, you can do it, you can say every week also. But the problem with us is that we are so bogged down in our clinic work, in our practice work, we rarely find time for ourselves. How many of us actually, you can say, go through our records, go through our treatments, go through our treatment planning, go through our patient, you can say, treatment methodology? How many of the patients converted? How many actually did? Maybe I could have talked this way better. Maybe we could have done that way better. We always try to find out the fault in the patient. वो patient जब आया था ना, मैंने उसका शक्ल देख के बता दिया था that वो काम नहीं करवाएगा. The first thing, you start with a negative mindset. The second thing, congrats, you are a Jyotishi also now from today. So you are into this new profession that you can predict people's future in your clinic by looking at their forehead or their faces. So you can opt for that profession also along with dentistry. So yes, that was tongue in cheek, but trust me, if you can be so predictive, or you can say you can do certain things in so predictive manner, trust me, you need to think about your profession. You need to adopt the other profession. But then when you schedule a me time, you can actually analyze what went wrong. Maybe I could have done that way better. Maybe I could have done that way better. Anyways, whichever we feel so. So the best approach is always to take a me time. We all can take to our conventional working hours also. Some of the colleagues who, especially female dentists who have small kids, उनका एक normal सा लाइन में अगर मैं बोलूँ रोना धोना यही होता है. नॉट एग्जैक्टली रोना धोना, प्लीज डोंट टेक मी रॉन्ग, बट आई मीन टू से मेरे तो बच्चे छोटे हैं, उनके खाना दाना पानी सुसु पॉटी में मेरा टाइम निकल जाता है, एंड प्लस देन द क्लिनिक, देन द होम रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज. कहाँ टाइम है मेरे पास मी टाइम के लिए? फॉर दोज हु हैव ग्रोन अप किड्स, दे से किड्स अपनी दुनिया में बिजी है, हमारे पास टाइम ही टाइम. So then, even then, they cannot take a me time. So you all have to find out time for yourself. It can be 15 minutes, can be 30 minutes, as per you, as per your own diction, as per your own mindset, as per your own prerogative. So people sometimes outrightly reject this. काम करते वक्त कहाँ से me time ले सकते हैं? You can say it is a counterproductive option, but then this is the option. You can try thinking outside the box. So why can't you set a flexible schedule? If we can work during our off hours, can't we use our flexible schedule for self-care too? We can do it. Somebody, the patient cancelled up. Maybe you got that free time. Maybe you don't have a patient in the waiting. Maybe you don't have a patient as a backup in that time. You're free for that time. What will you do? Use less net surfing, use less social media watch, or going through your WhatsApp messages. Sorry, that is not exactly the proper usage of your time. Yes, if you're doing that time to upgrade yourself, to learn something new, to read an article, to watch a video, anything, that's still good. But then watching that video, reading that article related to something related to your practice will always put you in a think mode, and will automatically collate yourself to that scenario when those things can be done. Because me time is your own time. If you don't take a me time, you are actually doing a great disservice to your talent, to your time, and to your profession, of course. Because एक बारी रेस जब कम होती है ना, उसको करने के लिए लोगों को दोबारा एक्सीलेटर पे पैर रखना पड़ता है. And trust me, that is one time people say, we take a break every 3 months, we go to Himalayas for rejuvenation. वहां पे हम सत्य की प्राप्ति में जाते हैं. You can do that. It's absolutely fine. But so many colleagues, they can't take a vacation. They can't afford to take a vacation. I'm not saying affordability in terms of money. I'm saying affordability in terms of time. They actually feel bad even if a single patient turns away. They want themselves to be present in all the times of their practice throughout 24/7. रात के 2 बजे भी patient आएगा ना, तो ऐसे लोग भाग के clinic में जाएंगे. Of course, in a way, in the beginning of practice, some of these things may be fine, but when you get into the stable phase, into the stability phase, and the growth phase, or you can say settled phase, you really start ignoring these things. So rejuvenation के लिए बार बार आपका पैडल ढीला पड़े कि आप 100 से 0 पे आने पे ही ब्रेक लेते हो, rather than कि आपकी गाड़ी अगर इकोनॉमी जोन में चले ना 70 to 80 में, और वो 70 to 80 के जब 60 पे आए तभी आप उस थिंक जोन में, when you go over that area, you will actually, you can say a lot of things can be corrected there and then only. और जब ट्रैफिक में कार धीरे हो जाती है, we just change the gear and ultimately just push the accelerator. The car's pickup is increased and it slowly accelerates fast. I'm going to give you a checklist which will actually dispel a lot of rumors and myths about me time. So do ponder over these things, because this is one of the secrets to success in my life, my me time. And I really do not actually, you can say, bargain it with anyone for anything. So the number one thing is, again, this is a checklist. So assess how you have been behaving lately. Whether somebody in your family has been saying, नहीं तुम थोड़े दिनों से ना कुछ अजीब सा behave कर रहे हो, क्या कुछ स्ट्रेस चल रहा है, आर यू हैविंग एनी टेंशंस, क्लिनिक में सब ठीक है, any medical legal case, God forbid, any patient creating a trouble, any patient did not pay you well, any patient is not coming on time, any patient having a flight and you are under pressure to perform. What is it? Does everything make you cranky? I've been witnessing for a few days, the wife says or the husband says that you are actually bringing out all your anger on the kids. So what is that is making you cranky? Do you find yourself less focused? यार मेरे से फोकस नहीं हो रहा, पेशेंट इतना इंपॉर्टेंट है, मैं फोकस नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, मेरे पास इतना कुछ है मेरे दिमाग में, हैंडल कैसे करूं मैं? Talk to yourself. Of course, me time always says talking to yourself first. कोई दूसरा देख रहा होगा पागल हो गया है, अपने आप से बातें कर रहा है. But this is the way the me time is acting. You do a self talk, you do a role reversal, you do a role rehearsal sometimes. You let the inner self talk. And when you talk to your inner self, the inner self gives you the solutions. Every problem has a solution inside of all of us. You may search the whole world for the problem, for the solutions to all your problems, but the true answers lie within. And I don't say that. The 90s film, Amir Khan star Talash says it. So the me time is to be waited for, is to be enjoyed for, is to be craved for, is to be starved for. So my all Sundays are my me time. At least half the day I spend with myself. I do a lot of self-talk during that. I do a lot of self-analysis. And otherwise, you can do this thing at the end of the day yourself before sleeping. Spend some time with yourself. Spend some time in silence. Reflect on the day or the days or the week gone by, depending upon your memory. I do it after a week usually. Sometimes if I'm having a too much rush of certain things, I start to do these things maybe alternate day. But on an average, I do at least the first half of the Sunday. I spend that whole half of Sunday pre-lunch with myself, because that is the best time for me to evaluate. The kids are not up early, and I usually have a class early morning on WhatsApp, as all of you know. So after that, I'm busy in one thing or the other with myself. So I do oversee certain things of maintenance being done in my clinic on Sundays. So of course, my clinic is in my residence only, so I can afford that. Sometimes the staff is also working on Sundays in that regard. So all those factors, and during those times when I'm delegating a few things, I am reflecting on the week on by look into the record, look into the consultations, look into the patients who have not converted, look into the patients who have cancelled, look into the patients who have bargained, look into the patients who have actually started to behave in an abnormal manner if they were old patients. So a lot of those parameters. I luckily have with God's grace, have a good memory. So this all tells me a few things about what actually went wrong in previous week. Maybe I could have handled that situation or consultation or a person a little better. Maybe I had some anger issues in that week because of the stress factor, because of any other factor. This is the way you can calm yourself, that yes, make it a point. You reacted badly in this manner. The next time a similar situation comes, you are not going to react in this manner. This is again one of the issues, better ways to gain a good control over your anger also. Then again, make sure you accept that mistake, make a mental note or write down if you have a poor memory, so that you should not repeat it again. And those things are your stepping stones to success. It'll tell you, it'll make your subconscious mind actually ready for the problem when it comes again. Similar problem, you'll try to handle that in a better manner, because your brain has rehearsed that. You have gone over that, you can say, situation once again in the problem's absence. You did not react kindly or in a good manner when the problem was there, but you rehearsed that and you went to the problem again. You tried to win over it when the problem was not there. So when the problem actually comes online again, you have done the exercise offline to deal with it. I mean to say, the live and the past, of course. So one of the paramount factors in your me time is the sleep factor. People always compromise on their sleep. At least 6 to 7 hours of sleep in the night at stretch is a must. And if you are taking 6 to 7 hours in the night, you need to take 1 hour at least in the afternoon as well, because that is the golden proportion, total 7 to 8 hours. People like me are early risers. I'm up sometimes at 3:30 also, but normally 4, 4:35. Latest is 5 o'clock I get up. So if I'm working from 5 to 2 in the afternoon, that is a 9 to 10 hour schedule, I actually need to give myself a break. And if I don't give a break, Or if I don't rest in the afternoon, I will not be able to perform at my 100% in the evening. So I take that break from 3 to 4. Or maybe my sleep time is from 3 to 4. You also can do it. You can split your sleep if you want to. But again, there would be many people who will be advising you different things. I'm telling you what I'm doing, because that is one of my best ways to regain control over my own mind. When my mind is not rested properly, I cannot work properly. So if the answer is yes, that if you're getting proper sleep or not, then invest in sleep and power naps. You can take small power naps, because that is where the subconscious mind will take over more than the conscious mind. In my language, or in the world's language, we call it the training of the mind. How you train your mind to behave in a certain way. When you re-put it in a similar situation. Some people have that escapist attitude. Jab aayegi dekhi jayegi. That is a wrong way to look at certain things. So for these mini breaks, you can put your cell phone to silent mode, or a mini digital detox, as you say. If you are too much of social media savvy, if you can't survive without social media, you need to take to a occasional mini digital detox as well. So then you can go for a long run or a walk in the park, depending upon your interest, for your me time. It is not always that you can take it. You always would want to take it in your home always. So always know that if you are using that time judiciously, you will surely have something to think outside the box. So maybe indulge in a hobby or activity that soothes or relaxes you. I do that on Sundays. I indulge in my engineering hobbies. So start making that small little changes in your routine. Start going to bed early. If I have to get up at 4, or maybe 5, I sleep at 10 or 10:30. The days I don't, I follow that at least 3 to 4, 3, you can say 3/4 of the month, at least 21 to 23 days, I follow that routine. But if I'm not able to follow because of a social gathering, or because of a family gathering, or because of whatever issue, sometimes I'm writing something, and when I'm the rhythm, I don't stop. Then I keep continuing the writing part in that self totally in that week. So then my morning is a bit delayed in those parts. So start going to bed early. Have a day on the weekend where for some time you cut yourself from everything. 1 to 2 hours, depending on me time appetite that you have. I told you I have it for 4 to 5 hours every Sunday. You can decide how much appetite, how much you can talk to yourself, how many things you have to look back upon to make a go ahead in that journey of, you can, what I call is the inward journey towards yourself. So if you are using that, you are having that me time, I'm sure you will be very much delighted after. And to tell you, I forgot to put that slide. I have a book written on me time as well. The me time, the elephant theory, and the power of feedback in your own self growth. So of course that is available on amazon.com, not on amazon.in. It'll be available most likely next month. So what is the carry home gyan for today? So studies have shown that stress is one of the common symptoms amongst the young today. It's not only the old that die of a heart attack or stress illness, the young also succumb to it. When you don't give your mind and your body to rest, you will have that increase in stress levels. And trust me, वो सिर्फ आप अपने आप को धोखा दे रहे हो कि हाँ every 3 months I go to Himalayas and I go to for a vacation to the family. If you go to a location, you can say vacation with your family every 3 months, that is not a vacation, that is just a change of location. That is as simple as that. The chaos and everything is that. Of course, if you husband and wife get along, leaving your kids behind every now and then, that is still fine. But if you and whole family tam jam teen tapper ऐसे बोलते हैं ना, so when you go, it is just the change of location and it's never a vacation. Of course, if you're doing it regularly in the year, every 2 to 3 months, that I'm saying, not once a year, guys. Once a year with the families, of course. So twice a year, family is very good. So the effect of stress, we all know: fatigue, heart rate increased, illness, poor health, mental strains, emotional strains, all plus the heart attacks, all are affecting the lot of population in today's time. So if you want to think outside the box, you need to understand very, very clearly that you need to give yourself a me time where you will get a way, a solution to your problems. So the fast-paced lifestyle is really catching up on of this, and we have very little focus on the most important person in our life, the me. We always ignore that in trying to please the world around us, which includes primarily our family, our staff, our patients. We forget the most important structure, the us, the me. So we always never try to fulfill the demands of our own self, physically, emotionally, or mentally. We all need to spend some time with in that regard. So you should ignore stressful symptoms, and you can say take out time for yourself, which we have left long ago, long behind, because that is again one of the most important factors in raising your own self-esteem. And the problem is that we all have been programmed कि दूसरों के लिए जियो, अपने लिए तो सब जीते हैं, दूसरों के लिए जियो. That adage looks proverbs, but when it comes to the real self, if you are the sole breadwinner of the family, and if you need to recharge yourself every now and then, you need to, you can say, change your tweak your ICs or program a bit to set a channel of some time in the week to your me time channel, because without that you will see that the things are not moving as you plan. But if you do it, you can see how powerful a tool a mind can be. And trust me, most of the time so many things that happen which will give us so much unprecedented success, and we all can attribute to training our mind, of course. So paying attention to ourselves once in a while can be the little but a big difference between the high stress level and a relaxed nature, because you have trained your mind to go into that situation again. So we always talk of being conscious, but we don't actually do that process ourselves. So let us just not keep this to words, but take a solid action based on the above. So I believe that I've given you some food for thought for today. So if you're not, Japnam, as I always say. So thank you so much for a patient hearing. I hope I was able to help you out a little bit in that factor of self growth and training your mind, and of course, decreasing your stress levels in your practice. So this is my WhatsApp groups. If you want to be added in there, most of you already get a notification every Monday and Thursday. So sixth group is on, and I plan to finish them till the sixth week. So this is my YouTube channel as on 15th Feb or 30th Feb or 28th Feb, I would say 425 plus videos are already on my channel, all done during the lockdown. So you can take advantage of them. Do subscribe to my channel. Do send me your feedback. Bookers and brick bats both would be welcome on equal measure on my cell, on my page, on my group, wherever you're watching. And I hope I'm able to inculcate some of the things, or maybe tell you a few things which I have been able to make a change in my life. Maybe these will bring a change in your life as well. So thank you so much. And I stop my share for the questions or the visitors on my profile, whosoever is there. So let me see who all are there. Hi, Dr. Vrinda. Hi, Dr. Ramchandra. Hi, Dr. Nimesh. Hello, Sonia ma'am. Hello, Dr. Dasri Prasad. Hello, Dr. Vinay. Thank you, Dr. Sonia. It's always a pleasure to share a few things on me time. We all struggle to do a bit. And plus, training the mind is one of the important aspects. When we talk of the success levels, you put your brain in repeated situations, and trust me, it'll give you unprecedented results. So thank you, Dr. Ramchandra sir. Friends, this is it for today. And I see you in episode number 9 of Thunderous Thursdays in 2 days from now. That is on time, and that is on Thursday only this week. So till then, bye bye. Take care. God bless.